Shout out William Guillory, the beat writer for The Athletic. Yeah, Jose Alvarado. He was a beast, remember last year, the Puerto Rican. This is that I aspire. He's one of the guys that now, every year there's new guys who are scrappy. As a 6'1" guy, the style of basketball I play is like a Jose Alvarado, Facundo Campazzo, Matthew Dellavedova. My whole life, I wish I could have been 6'7" to be Dennis Rodman. I always wanted to be Dennis Rodman. Okay, but then, I was 6'1" with 6'4" arms. So I realized that I had to just be an annoying Pat Bev, Facundo Campazzo, Matthew Dellavedova, Jose Alvarado, S-guard. And honestly, out of all those, Jose Alvarado, out of all those, scrappy, annoying defensive guards, I think Jose Alvarado is the best. And he's literally pushed Devontae Graham, you guys know, under the University of Kansas, out of his job in his rookie season, and now it's just getting better and better. Hey, he literally broke Kevin Porter Jr. And William Guillory said it best. Jose Alvarado has turned annoying into an art form. And that's what I'm saying. His energy and his defensive just tenacity is just what's going to get this team going. It's that he's the director of good morale. He knows how to get everybody. And here's another great quote from William Guillory. He's the embodiment of every role player many coaches dream of having. Someone who uses his attitude and desire to overcome the physical limitations that prevent most his size from reaching the highest level. When I'm at the rec, everyone calls me like King Hustle or a Hustle King. And that's how I feel. When I watch him, it's just like, ooh, he's just one tough cookie. He's hustling, definitely going for the boards, going for the steals, just being annoying, okay? That's something. He was an undrafted free agent out of Georgia Tech. And I know he probably runs so much. I don't even like running. I mean, I used to be a soccer player, but all I do is just try to keep my cardio up, because if you never stop running, all my friends say, it's like they hate the defending. No one wants to stay on you on offense when you're on offense because you're just running. And then on defense, they can't get you off. You're like a mosquito. And obviously, Alvarado knows he's the energy guy. And that's a title that usually gets you boxed into a certain stereotype. But with more and more confidence, he's grown. His scoring has gone up from last season to 6.1 to 8.5. His efficiency is up from every box, shooting for 48% from the field, 36% from 3, 75% from the line. Overall, Jose Alvarado's game is just a match for Richard. And his skill set as a slash and pass first guard is the perfect complementary piece next to Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, and the leader of this team, the best player on this team, Brandon Ingram. And he's just consistently penetrating defense, sticking those hands in, okay, and making sure that he can create easy shots for his star players. And then on defense, he's always trying to get into that cookie jar. And it's just, you can tell he's playing a little bit faster, bringing up the energy level of his teammates. And obviously his impact is already being felt. And he's continuing to do what he left off in the playoffs. And he's obviously been a game changer off the bench for the first month, as the Pelicans are blitzing teams whenever Alvarado's in the game. This is a stat, shout out William Guillory, from Per Cleaning the Glass. The Pelicans are outscoring opponents 19.9 points per 100 possessions when Alvarado and McCollum share the floor. Goddamn. And they're outscoring opponents by a whopping 29 points per 100 possessions when Alvarado and Ingram play together. Overall, the Pelicans are 11.2 points better per 100 possessions whenever Alvarado's in the game. The highest mark on the team, an improvement on this, plus 7.5 net rating the Pelicans post with Alvarado their last season. And that's just crazy, because his improvement has caused Willie Green to shift the Pelicans' in-game rotations in an effort to feature Alvarado more prominently during some of the most important stretches of games. And it's just amazing, because you got like Alvarado, Murphy, who's doing great. And then you also have Graham and Najee Marshall, who are still also stepping up for this team. And now Jackson Hayes is coming back. It's not crazy to think about that, why this team is being heralded as one of the better teams in the NBA, a team that could make a run for a championship. They have depth at every single position. They got the backup point guard community. You got the shooters and Trey Murphy and Devontae Graham and all the other boys off the bench, okay? And then you got yourself the 5 starters. And then you got Jonas Valanciunas. Oh, God. Jonas Valanciunas, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, TJ McCollum. This team is deep and needs to be taken seriously. And Jose Alvarado is a good piece. Again, shout out William Guillory for what a great piece. I was already thinking about Jose Alvarado. Then I listened to the podcast. And then I heard. And then I was like, okay, I got to read this piece. Read the piece. And goddamn, Jose Alvarado William Guillory, you are right. He's still a cult hero, but he's a huge part of this team's success.